It's only 128 calories, has less than 20 grams of carbohydrates, and also comes along with some protein. I'm going to share with you a delicious cookie recipe, so let's make something sweet. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth, and I am documenting, or have been documenting, my 150 plus pound weight loss, and I have reached my goal, my temporary goal, and I'm going to hang out here for a little while at this goal and just see how I feel, if I want to lose a little bit more. But I've been living in the light by sharing that journey. I have been sharing healthy recipes and fueling hacks and transformations along the way. I happen to use the Optavia program to achieve my weight loss goal, but at this point, that's neither here nor there. I am just now eating real food and maintaining my weight loss and working towards just living a healthier lifestyle. If you're looking for healthy recipes, if you're looking for encouragement to stay the course and work on being just healthier and maybe losing a little bit of weight, I invite you to give this video a thumbs up and also follow my channel, subscribe to my channel, and feel free to share these videos with others as well. I'd love to have more subscribers and to be able to help other people on their healthy journey. Once I lost my weight and knew that I needed to find a way to maintain, I wanted to find some sweet things that I could have that wouldn't break the bank, that would still give me a good amount of protein, that would limit the number of carbohydrates, and that would just be all around healthy. I personally don't like the taste of stevia or monk fruit or any of those other sweeteners, and so I am sticking with recipes that use either honey or maple syrup to sweeten the mixture. And so that's what I have for you today, is a maple pecan oat cookie. And again, as I said, it only has 128 calories. So let me grab my recipe and kind of show you how I'm going to throw it all together. So the first thing that I'm going to do is throw ingredients into my KitchenAid and do a quick little mix. And the first thing that I need is a cup of oats. And I'm using just the old-fashioned oats, not the quick cooking kind of oats. And I'm going to start with 1 cup of that. And then I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup of whole wheat flour. Whole wheat flour. This is Bob's Red Mill, stone ground whole wheat flour. So there's a 1/2 cup. And 1/4 of a cup. I probably should spoon it in and level it off, but to be honest, I never do that. I just pretty much eyeball it and never have a problem. I'm going to use 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So this is my baking powder. There's 1. And 1/2. I'm going to do 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, any kind of cinnamon you have. I actually recently did a Pampered Chef party, and in that party I got their Korinji cinnamon, and so I'm going to do 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon because I don't have an 1/8 teaspoon. And so these are the dry ingredients. I'm just going to whisk them together. I'm just going to take the paddle and mix it up a little bit. Get the cinnamon distributed, the salt and the baking powder distributed into the flour and whatnot. All right, so the next thing that I need is 1.5 tablespoons of coconut oil and 1 large egg. And I'm gonna pop this on my KitchenAid and let this run for just a minute to get it mixed up. Also, I'm not sure if I said this, I have my oven preheating to 325 and I have a sheet pan that's lined with parchment paper. Let me go run this through my KitchenAid and I'll be right back. So for the sweet part, I'm gonna use 1/2 of a cup of maple syrup. This is real maple syrup. This is not fake pancake syrup. This is like 100% pure maple syrup, and so that's going in there. This is something that you keep in the refrigerator. I buy larger bottles because we don't do fake syrup here. Just always do real stuff. You can actually get a pretty good price at Costco or at Trader Joe's. This just came from Kroger because that's where I was. And then the other thing that I need is 4 teaspoons of maple extract. I'm gonna do that. I'm not sure if I have quite 4 teaspoons here, but I'll do what I've got. I do. And a little bit more. I had bought this a long time ago for some maple frosting for some cinnamon rolls that I did. I'll throw this back on my KitchenAid and get this mixed up. All right, the last thing I need is some finely chopped pecans. And I'm gonna do 2.5 tablespoons. This little scoop is a 3 tablespoon scoop. So 2.5, and I'm gonna save some to put on top of the cookies after I scoop them out. I'm gonna make 15 cookies. Just kind of mix in the nuts there. And this is the first time I've made this recipe, so fingers crossed that it will actually come out okay. Leave it to me to make a video of a recipe that I've never even tried. But, you know, I've done it before. It looks delicious. I've got a scoop, and so I'm just gonna make 15 scoops and see how I do here with eyeballing it. That was literally perfect. I might have a couple of cookies that are a little bit bigger just because there was some extra on the edge. But to be honest, that scoop, that's a medium scoop from Pampered Chef, and I think it holds 2 tablespoons. I think roughly that's about how much it holds. I'll double check on that and let you know. So if you've got a scoop, this is a pretty standard scoop size. So the last thing that I'm gonna do then is take just a glass and just give it a little smush. I want the cookies to be about 3/4 of an inch thick. So just a little under 1/2 inch thick. It's a little sticky. Just do your best. And these are gonna bake for about 10 minutes at 325. I like to have about 200 calories as my snacks. These are not gonna spread, by the way, so I don't have to worry about them running into each other or running off the pan. So for one cookie to be 128 calories, that means if I had 2 of them, that would be about 250 calories roughly. A little more than that, which is a little more than I would normally do, but sometimes a little extra is not gonna hurt. I do keep an eye on my daily calories as opposed to like sticking to specifically an amount. My goal is to stick to below 1,800 calories a day. And that's a stretch for me to even try to get that high. Typically I'm like right around 1,500 calories. I'm gonna just put a couple of little pecan pieces on top of each of the cookies. And then I'm gonna pop these in the oven for just 9 to 11 minutes. So I'm going to kind of keep an eye on them. And I'm going to let them cool on the pan for 10 minutes. And then they will be good to go. All right, these are popping in the oven, and I'll show you what they look like when they're all done. So here is the final product. I made 15 of these cookies, and each cookie itself is 128 calories. So one makes a great little evening snack. If you want to have a few more calories, you could pair it with something else, or you could have 2 cookies if you want for about 250, 260 calories. Each cookie has just a little over 3 grams of protein, almost 4 grams of fat, and 19.28 grams of carbohydrates. So try these out. They smell amazing. And I did have just a little smidge just to see the taste, and they're plenty sweet. I think you will actually love them, so give them a try. Leave me comments in the comments box down below. What kind of healthy recipes would you like to see? Would you like to see more sweet treats? Would you like to see snacks? What kinds of things would you like to see? I'm up for trying some new things. I've got some great lean and green healthy dinner recipes that are coming your way as well. So stay tuned for that. And until I see you next time, please live in the light.